this video, I'm sharing this week's grocery haul, including our Christmas Day dinner meal plan. Stay tuned, I'll be right back. Welcome back to The Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'm Christy. The moment I'm flying solo. We went to Kroger last night. We bought mostly what we needed for a week and a half. Our attempt was to make our groceries last through the 31st, which, you know, is like a week and a half from now. So we had that, plus we also got food for Christmas Day dinner. So it was a little more than we normally spend in 1 week, though we budget $150 per week and we still haven't exceeded that $150, but it is still a little more than we normally spend. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's go ahead and start with Joel's stuff like we do every week, I think. He normally buys a big pack of ready-cooked bacon. It's not the best for you, but he usually buys that, and he normally gets 50 slices for about, I think it's about $12. Anyway, he spied this in Kroger, and it's 100 slices, and I think it was $14. So it was a great deal. He couldn't pass it up. So there you go. His bread, because, you know, he uses bacon and eggs and bread every morning for breakfast. So there's his pack of bread. And like I said, eggs, we've got that for his breakfast foods. No big surprise here. He got 2 bags of Cheetos and 1 bag of Fritos. They were 3 for $5 as long as you bought 3 bags. So he went ahead and grabbed 3. Also, no surprise, 2 snack packs, $1 each, as always. He likes this butter for his toast. There's nothing healthy about this butter. It says real yogurt, but when you look at the ingredients, it's really not that great. But, you know, he doesn't demonize food, and so he still likes it a lot. But there you go. He got some peanuts. I'm actually going to eat some of these too, so this one's kind of for me as well. You know, like I said in our last video, because I've cut back on coffee, I'm still not 100%, and I still want to grab something that's quick. And if I was a little hungry, getting a handful of peanuts out of a container and closing it back up is better than, you know, eating everything in the house, because I waited till I was starving. So sometimes quick is good if you find things that are pretty good for you. His creamer, as always, bleh, I don't like it. To me, powdered creamer doesn't taste right in coffee, but he is a huge fan of that powdered creamer. Okay, that's all his stuff. Well, I didn't realize this was really the only thing I bought for myself was these 2 things. Again, because I haven't been feeling real great, I grabbed 2 things that had a little protein in it. That is easy, that you don't have to cook. But I still have so much stuff in the freezer, and fruit. I still have some of the apples and oranges from last week. I have quinoa. I have several things that already, so I guess I just didn't think I needed anything. So there you go. Our son, this seems like a retelling of last week. Our son still has some of this stuff in the freezer, so he didn't really need anything, except he asked for Cokes. This is actually just one of the cases. I didn't want to pull all 3 back out of the cabinet, but we got 3 for $6.97 at Randall's. So this actually wasn't part of the Kroger haul. It was part of a Randall's haul, but which that was the only thing we went into Randall's for. They had 3 12-pack cases for $6.97. We went in there, got our 3 cases, and went back out, because Randall's doesn't have a lot of great deals outside of a few sale things. Everything else is kind of a little more expensive. Like normally you can buy a case of these Cokes in most stores for about $5 and maybe 50 cents, but at Randall's it's $6.27 normally. So that's why You know, like we don't go to Randall's on a regular basis, but if we see something in the sales paper that's like, oh, that's a really good price, we'll go in there and get the one thing and then come back out. So that was the one thing we got at Randall's. Okay, let me get my cold stuff back in the freezer. This was the turkey for Christmas Day dinner. It was 59 cents per pound, I think. So it was like $8.13. So there you go. Not a bad price, not as good as we got on Thanksgiving, but not bad. Our son wanted this for Christmas Day dinner dessert. He'll either want something like a cookie cake or just one of these, which hey, I don't have to cook anything. Cool Whip we got because Joel wants cherry cheesecake again, just like he did on Thanksgiving Day, and you put Cool Whip in that recipe. Heavy cream. We're going to take our leftover turkey and make a turkey and wild rice soup, and you put heavy cream in the soup. We will have pizza on Saturday night. We almost always have pizza on Saturday night. Joel really likes to have something a little carb heavy before he goes for his long runs on Sunday. So we almost always have pizza on Saturday night, homemade. For cream cheeses, we need 2 for the cheesecake, and then we have a recipe for next week that is a cheesy chicken chili, and it calls for 2 cream cheeses. So there you go. On Christmas Day, one of my recipes that I'm going to try, this is going to be the first time I ever made it, is like a roasted broccolini. And we've never used broccolini before in a recipe. So there you go. I needed lemon for, I think it was that recipe. I'm not sure. I roasted carrots recipe for Christmas Day dinner. And we do a roasted green beans. We'll put all those probably on the same pan or like 1 or 2 pans during cooking. So roasted green beans, love that. Okay, Monterey Jack, we had Mexican beef and rice skillet recipe that we have been supposed to be making for several weeks now, and we needed cheese for something, and we didn't have cheddar like we thought we did, so we used it. So I had to buy some more Monterey to replace it for when we do the Mexican beef and rice skillet. Okay. Cheddar. We needed that for a couple of recipes. Can't remember which ones right now, but we knew we needed at least a little bit. We'll freeze what we don't use. And mozzarella, because we always keep enough mozzarella to make pizzas. And finally, my almond milk. I use it in place of anything that normally would call for milk. I use that. Okay, and finally, we have coffee. We didn't actually need coffee yet this week, but it was on sale, so we decided to stock up. And then we had cherry pie filling for his cherry cheesecake. We have wild rice, because as I mentioned on the day after Christmas, we're going to make turkey and wild rice soup, and so there's our wild rice for that. That's for Joel's cherry cheesecake. We will also use some leftover turkey and make turkey sliders, and so we have some rolls for that. And our cheesy chicken chili recipe that I said that we'll do the next week. You need all 3 of those. You need corn, black beans, and rotel. And if you notice, as much as possible, I get no salt added on things like that because I want to control the salt in my food. So we try, if possible, get organic if it's on sale. And if it's not on sale, then our second best option is to get no salt added so that we can control the salt in our food. All right, so that is all for our Kroger and Randall haul. We're going to cut next to our Walmart grocery haul. We actually went there because there's a couple of things that is just cheaper at Walmart. And for us, our Walmart is just a couple of blocks from our church. And so on Sunday after church, we will swing by Walmart and pick up whatever those things are that we just know is way more expensive in the regular grocery stores. So we will be cutting to that after we go to church, and after that we will share our menu plan. So stick with us. Usually if we're going to get these dinner rolls, we find the best price at Walmart, and we got some so that we could have some rolls with our Christmas dinner. And then this was the real reason why we went in there. It was time to stock up on some more coconut oil, and the price of this is amazing at Walmart. And look at there, expeller pressed. That makes it a really good kind of organic. Like expeller pressed is the least processed type of oil you can get. So that's why we always go there, and it's only $9.98 there. So it's a really good price for that much coconut oil. Is 56 ounces. So that was the real reason why we went there. We also, if we're going to be doing a turkey, which we are, we will go in and get, I mean, they sell these in most stores, but we usually just stock up on it at Walmart. And as you see, we've got 2. And we only need 1 for Christmas Day. But our son and daughter-in-law will be coming in January, and they want us to do like a turkey and dressing. So we needed 2 so that when they come in January, I'll already have some Cajun injector. And we just inject that into the turkey flesh. And so it makes the spiciness of Cajun flavor go throughout the entire turkey. We hope that you enjoyed our Kroger, Randall, and Walmart haul, and also our menu plans that you just saw scroll through. Be sure to comment below and tell me what your menu is for Christmas Day. This video should go out on Christmas Eve, so that would be really cool to see what you're doing. We spent $118.59 at Kroger, $7.53 at Randall's, and also our Walmart haul, which was $19.82. We are going to have probably about $170 to put into our household essentials sinking fund. If you saw one of our first grocery haul videos, which I'll link the videos here, you saw that we talked about when we don't use our entire grocery budget, we move the money that we budgeted for the month into a household essentials sinking fund. We use that for toiletries or household goods, excuse me, cleaning supplies, all that kind of stuff like that. And then we buy those when we need them and stock up on them, because I don't know if you've ever found this or not, but you don't necessarily need toiletries every week, or maybe even every month if you stock up on it in bulk. So that's how we do it. So technically we're using part of our $600 budget to fund buying toiletries and household goods and stuff like that, but we don't necessarily need it every month, so we just move it over there and we have it for the day that we decide it's time to stock up again. So looks like we're moving about $170 into that budget this time. Okay, all right. Again, like I said, this should go up by Christmas Eve, so we want to say to you all, have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you again on the next edition of The Long Run with Joel and Christy. Bye!